Good morning and happy Wednesday. Welcome back to the Daily Grind. I'm your host, Chump Change. This is live and recorded. For anybody that might be new here, what we typically do is go over crypto news in the space, update myself, bring you guys along for the ride. Let's see who's here in the chat. First things first, Mr. Iguana Bites. My man, thank you for the $5 super chat. First thing, he said, I just ordered my first ASIC S19K Pro 120 terahash from Terahashes. Let's see. He said, excited as hell about it. My financial advisor told me to. Winner. Dude, hell yeah. Good for you, man. And that is your first super chat on a live stream, man. Thank you so much. It means a lot. Mr. Max Voltage is here. Good morning. Crypto 440, Financial Failure, AC Mining, Gene, good to see you. Zarkov, let's see. Alien Black, JF, Panera Cards, good to see you. Dan R, my man. Appreciate you, buddy. Lawnmower Man, Andrew Masad, might already said that. Dom G, good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. Nismo, Charles Harris, everybody else, love you all. Let's get into this. All right, Bitcoin looking like 66,236 bucks. We have Ethereum at 33.27. A little bit of a bounce back from yesterday. Apparently, there's been some Silkroad sell-off from the DOJ, which is quite interesting. I didn't catch that yesterday, but I did yesterday afternoon, so I figured I'd bring it up this morning. We read a couple articles about it and get into it a little bit. And then also there's an Alph Asic, which is kind of interesting. We'll get into in a second. ICP is up. There it is. There's the DJ scream. First thing. Thank you so much again, Mr. Iguana Bites. Appreciate the super chat. Happy for you though. That's awesome. Again, ICP up 7.61%. We have $18.74. Caspa is up 5.23% at 13 cents. 13.1. I got some right around 12 cents yesterday, so I'm pretty happy about that. XRP is down a little bit, 58 cents. Dogecoin still down 18 cents. Meme coins are kind of up a little bit today, but not much. Render looks like it's at $9.59. LTC still holding around $100. It is down 2% today. Solana 189 or 188 bucks now, about 5% up on the day. Not too bad. Let's check out crypto bubbles. And what in the hell is ENA? ENA is up 25 ranks into the top 100, 87 cents. It is up 40.8% today. Athena, is that how you say that? I don't even know what that is. Never heard of it. Has anybody heard of this? Let me know in the chat. BGB, BitGet token, is also up 22.1% to rank 63 in the top 100 at $1.35. Let's see, we have Flare over here up 28.5%, ranked 69th out of top 100 at 4 cents, almost 4.5 cents. We have Teo, which is a Bitensor over here, or Bittensor. Bittensor, is that how you say that, or is it Bittensor? RIP Lithium GPU mining. If you guys have any questions, just add me in the chat. Crypto KJ, yeah, I kind of agree, but we'll get into it in a second. The profitability on this thing is insane. We're looking like 580 bucks on Bittensor or Bittensor, however the hell you guys are supposed to say it. Again, 5% up on Caspa for the day, ranked 44th in the top 100. Jupiter's up 7.4%, $1.67. We have Near up 8.8% at $6.79. Not too bad. ICP up to it's up 7.2%, up to $18.73. All right, flashbang. Check out the Fear and Greed Index, looking like a 71. We are finally under that 75 mark, so things are probably going to look to rebound a bit today. We're going to see what happens, but again, this is the overall sentiment in the chart. Once we get over 75, it's kind of like it's a risky move to keep buying, but at the same time, we're in the beginning of the bull run, so I think we only really have up to go from here, but is what it is. We'll see. All right, trending coins. We have Gala, Catcoin, and Dynex. Gala's actually going down a little bit, down 0.4%. Catcoin's up 12.7%, and Dynex is up the 10.3%, which is awesome. Oh yeah, for Dynex. We have top 10 coins over here by CoinMarketCap over on CoinGecko. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tether, BNB, Solana, USDC, XRP, Lido Staked Ether, Dogecoin, and Cardano. Again, I'll say it for the next coming days. Cardano is a crazy buy right now. Not affiliated, don't hold much of it, but I think it's a good idea to at least get a small bag if you're looking to make something, because again, 58 cents as of right now. All-time high is at $3.09. If you look at the chart, every single year, or every single bull run rather, every 4 years. 2017, 2021, we've shot up in the bull run. I think we're gearing up for another pump. We will see. Not financial advice, but I put some into it yesterday during yesterday's stream with my Tangent wallet. I swapped right into it. Took 2 seconds. Code CCXT if you guys are interested in that. Mr. Blaine Anderson, hell yeah, dude. Thank you so much for the super chat. 999 super chat. He said, morning chump. Either Crypto Miner Bros messed up or hooked me up. Ordered an OG KS0 Pro about a month ago, or about a month and a half ago rather, and they sent me a brand new green one instead. Dude, hell yeah. Perfect. That's awesome. Good for you, man. Congrats. That's great. That's absolutely great. The green ones are cool as shit. They really are. They look so nice. But again, it's I don't think it really does anything for the performance. Just looks awesome. But it makes you feel better about it, I feel like. I wish they were all green, to be honest. All right, let's scroll down a little bit and just see. Looks like Litecoin again, 22nd place. Shiba actually is in 13th at a $15.8 billion market cap. I think we're gonna see Shiba pump again at some point, or these meme coins have another tear, but we'll have to see. Render in 38th place again, $9.58. Caspa again, I think we're gearing up for a decent move on Caspa as well. Just my opinion. If you look at the max, kind of looks like we're gonna, you know, making a flag and making another one or so, or a descending wedge, right? Typically bullish. So we'll see what happens with Caspa. But yeah, I just keep DCAing into it as it falls. Again, 12 cents. I got $500 worth yesterday, so totally worth it in my opinion. All right, the moment you guys have been waiting for. Let's get into the mining segment of things. Look at this. Introducing the AL box, ultra efficient home mining for peak profitability. Guys, you see this? See this thing? This is a 360 gigahash unit at 180 watts. But hold on, it gets better. Look at this shit. The gold shell box, AL box, 360 gigahashes, $105 a day. What? Holy shit. One of those little box miners. Perfect. Could you imagine that? I don't know how that's gonna pan out. I have a feeling this is gonna drop like a fly. But that's just me. I opened this up right before the stream and my jaw slowly had to be cranked back up to the rest of my mouth, because I was shocked to see this thing above the Caspa miners, to be honest. So this, you know what this means? I mean, to be honest, if you guys have the money and you want to take the risk, maybe aping into Lithium before these ASICs come to light, because you know people are going to be dumping money into these things. We're probably going to see some sort of tear up, but I don't know. I'm not going to take the risk because Lithium's not easy for me to purchase. So I don't know. Anyways, let's timestamp these over here on Mine the ASIC. Bitmain Antminer KS5 Pro 21 terahash unit making $137 a day. We get the Antminer KS5 20 terahash unit making $130 a day. Again, price of Caspa is down. Yield goes down every single month on these. So until Caspa pumps, these things really aren't going to get back into the $150, $200 a day range. Again, the AL box, I still can't believe it's $105. I want to see what's the price on that. Does anybody know? Does it say guess the price? Oh yeah, I guess the price. Oh yeah, $1 gajillion. Gold Shell just tries to make money. It's crazy. Real quick, Erted said, yeah, it's going to drop. Sorry. Yeah, it's going to drop. Bitmain is going back. Hold on. Oh, you're saying Bitmain is going to drop a 50 terahash unit. Sorry, I had to decipher that a little bit. Yeah, I assume they're going to bury that gold shell box. If gold shell's the first one to come out with it, you know Bitmain's gonna destroy them. But I don't know. I wonder if they're in cahoots, to be honest. Hey, why don't you go get your money before we drop our good unit? That's pretty much what we're looking like. All right, we get the Ice River KS5L. This unit right here, to be honest, I would love to get it, but at the same time, I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it. I think I would just rather buy the 13K and Caspa versus the miner, because Ice Rivers, I don't know. The big units have had a lot of issues lately. KS0 Pros, knock on wood, have been pretty decent, but $74 a day on this one. We got the BMKS Max 11 terahash unit making $64 a day. The Windminer K9 10.3 terahash making $63 a day. Let's see, the Ice River KS3 8 terahash unit making $47.47. We got the KS3M making $33 a day. That's a 6 terahash unit. Not too bad. All right, let's scroll down a little bit. We got the Antminer L7 9050 over here mining Litecoin and Doge. You guys know it's a merge miner, and I got mine down at Terra Hosting. If you guys are interested, links in the description. Shout out to them. 10 cents per kilowatt hour. I'm making $17.55 a day on a freaking 3-year-old unit. It's crazy to me how much these things are still making. I honestly want to get another one. Hawk, actually, good morning, sir. He's in the chat. Man himself. If you guys are interested in ASICs, reach out to him and tell him I sent you. I want my kickback. I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding. But seriously, the L7, what is the price on that gonna be? Please let me know in the chat, Mr. Hawk, crypto mining. What are you paying for that? Because right here it says 4,130 bucks. I'd be shocked if they're really still going for that. That's a lot. Maybe it's not. I don't know. I mean, it makes 20 bucks a day. I don't know. What do you guys think? That's crazy. It's just crazy the L7 still makes that kind of money. It really is to me. The S19K Pro, 120 terahashes. I got one of these down there as well. I've been saying for like 4 days I want to look into the Digibyte thing. I have not swapped into Digibyte yet, but I am still mining Bitcoin. What's it making per day on Bitcoin? I don't want to click on this because this thing yells like some stupid noise every time in my ear. If you click into these ASICs, I don't know what it is, but again, 10 cents kilowatt hour, making almost 10 bucks a day. That's not too bad. KS1 over here, making $5.45 a day. I think the Mining King made a good decision to get rid of this unit, to be honest. Let's see. Oh, you make me work for it. He's gonna make me work for it. All right, KS2, give me a minute. $10.91 a day. Fine, Hawk, I understand. I think he forgets all of us have kids too. Kids will be kids, man. They'll climb all over you. All right, Ice River KS0 Pro. Again, you guys know I just got that commemorative edition. I have 9 of these things running next to me. I got the commemorative in the other room. Actually, I gotta get that thing up and running today, but $1.14 a day. This is at 10 cents kilowatt hour. I pay 30, so it's like close to making $1 a day. And the KS0 original is making 53 cents. That's kind of shitty, but it is what it is. All right, so let's check out hold on, let me pull up the site and I'll look. Did you update those prices at least, Mr. Hawk Crypto Mining? Let me see. All right, if you guys are interested, I'm gonna throw this in the chat as well. If you guys are interested in ASICs, purchase through that link, please. Support the channel. All right, help me help you. Let's see, what do we got? Let me see, where are we? Can I just search it? I just search it. You do? Oh, I already did search it. Look at that. I think I searched it the other day, actually. Forget. L7. Did that not go through? Why did you not go through? Is it me or is your site broken? What the hell? I want to see what the L7's going for. Maybe I should do it by category. Litecoin. Let me see. Can I just click Litecoin? Is there a script right here? Bingo. Let's do this. Page can't. Bruh. All right. Why is the L7 not coming up? Is it too low? Is it too low? Is it Bitmain? It's a Bitmain, right? All right, I guess we'll just search. Chili needs to fix that. Can't even search L7. There it is. All right. Oh my God. What the? They're still going for almost 6K? This is the 8800 unit? Holy shit. Wow. Wow. They're still going for 6250. And this is an all-in price. By the way, if you guys purchase through here, you're not going to get hit with like taxes and tariffs. But holy shit. I am stunned. 3-year-old unit still going for this much money. Wow, that's wild. Would any of you guys consider purchasing one of these, to be honest? I mean, they make a shit ton, but that's crazy. All right, let's move on to GPUs and see what we're making over here. We have, let's see, the RTX 4090 Iron Fishing Gram. What in the hell? On all these cards? Really? Wow. So apparently you can dual mine Iron Fish and Gram. 2 coins that I am not interested in. They're the most profitable. Don't recommend holding. That's your own decision. That's it. That's what you got. That is top of the charts for the day. Hold on one second. All right, getting bombarded by my kid. Sorry, guys. All right, let's see. Let's check out the new coins quick, see if there's anything new on the chart. Puppy coin. Puppy coin. 10 days. Looks like that's just been added. Third place over here on the new coins. It's been around for 10 days. Like I said, 12 pools. Be careful. Just be careful downloading any of these wallets. Don't do it on your personal computer, please. If you're going to go to these sites, they're right here. These are the links. You can go to them. Download the wallets and all that ish at your own risk. Please be careful. That's all I got to say there. But real quick, events calendar here. Let's see. Bitcoin Cash is being halved in 4 hours from this current moment. 6.25 to 3.125, exactly like Bitcoin, but Bitcoin is in 17 days. So Bitcoin Cash real soon, eCash 8 days, Isotope C 9 days, Bitcoin SV in 10 days, Radiant in 15 days, and Bitcoin in 17. Oh boy, my kid's yelling at me. My kid's yelling at me. I don't know what you're saying. All right, let's move on to the news. I gotta play a clip so I can run upstairs and help her in a second. All right, real quick. $2 billion in Silkroad Bitcoin seized by the DOJ moves to a new wallet. The crypto seized was connected to James Zohong, if that's how you say that, who was convicted in 2022 of wire fraud related to the Silkroad marketplace. I think this is that same guy that we watched that I don't know if you guys were around for that, but we watched some like what the hell was it, like a documentary of this guy, I think. Okay, thanks, honey. Roughly $2 billion in Bitcoin previously seized by the United States authorities and connected to the Silkroad marketplace has moved to a new address. According to the data from the blockchain on April 2nd, a wallet known to be associated with the U.S. Justice Department made a 0.001 Bitcoin transaction to a Coinbase Prime address, possibly a test transaction. Shortly thereafter, the same wallet transferred 30,174 Bitcoin, or roughly $2 billion at the time of publication, to a new address. Online sleuths identified the DOJ wallet as that containing Bitcoin seized from James Zohong, who in 2022 was convicted of charges connected to unlawfully obtaining crypto from Silkroad. He kind of like hacked into it and stole crypto. We have a special guest. My daughter is joining me. All right, let me see real quick. Let's move on here. Bitcoin traders ignore Silkroad sale as Bitcoin price bounces back to 66.5K. I'm not going to read this entire thing, but I mean, there's really not much to read here. But at the end of the day, this is what they did, right? They sent a whole bunch of money, all their stuff over to Coinbase so they could liquidate it whenever they want. They ended up sending, again, 30,000 Bitcoin, $2.1 billion worth, and they actually only sold $2,000 worth. All right, so they sent 30,000. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Damn it. They sent 30,000 and they only sold 2,000, which is $133 million in equivalent. So $2.1 billion, only sold 133 million. There's still a lot to be dumped. So who the hell knows what's going to happen? You know what I mean? I guess we're gonna have to see. Mr. Hawk, thanks for the $10 super chat. You didn't have to do that. He said MineTheAsic.com prices have to be manually entered by suppliers, so they're sometimes not accurate. Makes sense. I was wondering why you were so much higher. I'm just kidding, Hawk. All right, let's move on. Bitcoin's risk/reward ratio will blow your mind. Let's listen to Mr. Anthony Pompliano over here on Fox Business. Guys, that like button. Appreciate you for hanging out. I hate asking, but YouTube makes me.
All right, that locomotive continues, folks. Bitcoin ETFs trading 111 billion last month, triple what they did in January and February. With us now, Pomp Investment investor Anthony Pompliano. You know, Pomp, this is the kind of thing you talked about, right? I mean,
thank you again, Mr. Hot Crypto Mining, for making DJ scream. All right, I'll be right back, guys. I got to run upstairs real quick for my kid.
The demand has been absolutely through the roof. And here's the interesting thing, though. because it went, I guess, what was the high recently? 75, 72, something like
72,000.
that? 72,000. It's pulled back to 65,000. A narrative they're out there now saying, see, gold is up and Bitcoin is down. It's not a store of value. What do you say to folks who are saying maybe it's got some investment opportunities, trading opportunities, but it still hasn't proven itself as a store of value?
Well, when you want to store value, usually what you're talking about is not storing value from yesterday to today. What you're trying to store value is from today for 5, 10, 15, 20 years, right? And so when I think of Bitcoin, I think about, can I actually preserve my economic value for my kids or my grandchildren? And right now, Bitcoin, I think, is probably the best place that you're going to be able to do that. Now, if we go and we look at what people have been historically using as a store of value, there's gold and there's dollars. Gold is up. It's near an all-time high. But we're talking about now it hits an all-time high because it goes up $10, $20, $30, right? These moves aren't meaningful to people who buy gold right here and see a $30, $40, $50 increase in the price. Now, the dollar is down in purchasing power terms,
right.
25% since 2020. So you've lost 25% of your purchasing power in 4 years. Bitcoin during that same time period is up 800%. And so what I think people are starting to realize is, wait a minute, if I store some or a large portion of my wealth in Bitcoin, everything around me gets cheaper over time rather than more expensive, and that's what you want out of a store of value.
Larry Fink on our network last week made a lot of news. I mean, are you surprised at how much someone like him, he has come around? I mean, a couple of years ago, he was definitely in a no Bitcoin camp.
Yeah. Well, I know that there was a lot of people who spent a lot of time with him, really educating him. And I think that both Larry Fink and the folks at BlackRock don't get enough credit for the work that they put into it. This is not a, hey, I woke up one day and all of a sudden I think Bitcoin's good now. Right? They went and they did the work. They did the research. They really spent a lot of time. There's a gentleman over there, Robbie Mitchnick, who leads digital assets. He spent a bunch of time talking internally with folks, really trying to make sure that everyone knew what is it that we're going to be buying and offering to clients. Now, Larry Fink is one of the kings of finance. If Larry Fink says, hey, I think this has got a shot, people are going to listen. Sure. And so what's interesting is the messenger really matters. There's things that Bitcoiners have been saying for 10, 15 years, but now all of a sudden when it comes from Larry Fink, it has a different weight to it.
Yeah.
And so I think that we should only continue to see the traditional finance folks kind of take those same talking points and repeat them in different mediums.
You know, it's like every parent knows that, right? You can tell your kids something over and over again, and Taylor Swift says it, then it's right. Okay. Let's put up this chart. This is a chart from our friend Urian Timmer, who is really just absolutely amazing. And it shows Bitcoin's a lot of dots, a lot of bubbles up there, all confusing, except look at the top corner, right? Look at the top right corner up there all by itself. That's Bitcoin. The rest of those bubbles all jammed up, that's all the other assets, risk versus reward. So what does that tell you? Like, does it mean, to me, it means, okay, it still may be volatile, right? In the last 11 years, number one asset 8 times, the worst 3 times.
Yes.
So buckle up, boys and girls, but you want to be there?
So if you go back over 10 years now, Bitcoin's compound annual growth rate for a decade is 60% or higher. And so when you look at that, you say to yourself, okay, obviously it is going up in price. But the question is, if you're building a portfolio, the average investor is not going to go put 100% of their portfolio in one asset like Bitcoin.
Right.
Instead, what they want to do, as we've seen through various portfolio constructions, et cetera, is you want to take a couple non-correlated assets, put them together, and then have a portfolio that should do well over time. Bitcoin tends to be very low correlation or no correlation to traditional assets. It goes up a lot. It is volatile along the way. And so the key thing with Bitcoin is if you think that you're going to speculate or you're going to gamble or you're going to trade this thing, you probably aren't going to do so hot. Right. But if you can simply learn to just buy an asset, hold it for the long term, Bitcoin's been very good to those investors, and I think that it'll continue to do that moving forward. So
30 seconds, the halving thing we talked about before, could that be a sell on the news kind of event?
Again, Bitcoin goes up and down a lot day to day. Right. And I think that if people are looking at that, anything could happen. Sure. Price could go up, it could go sideways, it could go down, right? But I do think that the halving is just classic economics 101. If you cut the incoming supply from 900 Bitcoin to 450 and demand just stays the same, we don't need more demand for the price to go up. We just need demand to stay the same, cut the supply in half, and then you should have price go up. Now, again, it's not going to happen overnight. It takes a few months in order for this to work into the market. Mm-hmm. And so I think that people should expect 6 to 12 months later to really see that material increase in price.
All right, great stuff.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Been killing.
I think that is absolutely correct. All right, sorry, I was just testing my mic. I hit something when I unplugged. All right, let's real quick, Mr. DJ Mines. Yes, we did see the Lithium ASIC. Look at this on the top of the charts over here at minetheasic.com. It's projected to get $105 per day. That's insane. I don't think that's going to happen, but Hey, who knows? All right, let's move on. Crypto world, CNBC television over here. Bitcoin slides 5% as treasury yields spike to the highest level since November. Let's check it out. Hit that like button, guys. Appreciate you for hanging out. Let's do it.
Today, Bitcoin tumbles 5% as investors watch rising treasury yields, and Austin Alexander of Layer 2 Labs discusses today's sell-off and why there could still be plenty of room for crypto investors to be optimistic in Q2.
Yeah, I don't think that lithium ASIC is going to last or be that hot, really, but we'll see.
Welcome to CNBC's Crypto World. I'm Talia Kaplan. The crypto market taking a dive today as treasury yields climb to a 2024 high. By noon Eastern, Bitcoin slumped nearly 5% to the $64,000 level. Ether tanked just under 6%, and XRP fell 3.3%. Along with interest rates, the US dollar, which typically has an inverse relationship with Bitcoin's price, rose to its highest level in nearly 5 months. You can read more about what's driving today's market action over at cnbc.com/cryptoworld.
Real quick, Ogre in the chat said, I looked up the new lithium ASIC. The power is not 180 watts, more like 3,300. That's actually a different ASIC. So the one that we just looked at was the Gold Shell Mini box miner ASIC for lithium. There's another bigger ASIC coming out. That is 3,300 watts.
Okay, let's talk about the top stories. Looking past today's losses, Coinbase thinks the second quarter is gearing up to be another strong one for crypto. The exchange's research arm put out a report on Friday saying that many of the headwinds for crypto appear to be in the rearview mirror, and the setup for Q2 looks conducive for the market. That being said, Coinbase also said most of those positive catalysts may only come after the halving in the second half of April. It also pointed to institutional interest in crypto holding strong, and that many major brokerages conduct 90-day review periods on new assets like spot Bitcoin ETFs before buying in. The 90-day period, well, it would technically be up around April 10th. Next, Tron founder Justin Sun has asked a federal judge to dismiss the SEC lawsuit against him and the Tron Foundation. That request was filed in federal court on Friday, saying the SEC lacked the jurisdiction, a claim Sun made when he was on our show back in May. Now, the SEC sued Sun, Tron, BitTorrent Foundation, and Rainberry in March of last year, alleging the groups offered and promoted unregistered securities along with committing fraud and market manipulation. In the request for dismissal, the defendants argued that the SEC's case stretches beyond the regulator's scope and that extending U.S. securities laws to cover predominantly foreign conduct go too far and should be rejected. All right, let's turn back to markets for our main story. I spoke with Austin Alexander, co-founder of Bitcoin developer Layer 2 Labs, about today's crypto sell-off and his expectations for the second quarter of 2024. After holding around $70,000 through the weekend, crypto started tumbling yesterday to kick off the week and the new month. Today, major cryptocurrencies are down across the board, with Bitcoin dropping about 5% as of noon. What do you think is behind this week's sell-off?
Well, in Bitcoin, 5% drops are basically just noise. You know, anybody who's been in the industry a while is comfortable with 20, 30% drops, as even in the most bullish of markets, it's a regular occurrence. And after the performance of Bitcoin in this past quarter and the end of last year, this is kind of, I think, just a drop in the bucket.
The Bitcoin.
Real quick, Cedric in the chat said apparently Bitmain is not happy about Gold Shell taking over Aletheium before them. Bitmain is very, very angry, LOL, from a secret source in the Aletheium dev team. Interesting. Hey, you know what? I don't know. I mean, Bitmain's gonna friggin' kill them anyways. They if they didn't drop it first, Gold Shell would just be like completely cut off. They would make nothing, to be honest.
Bitcoin halving is just a couple of weeks away, which has historically led to higher Bitcoin prices after the fact. With that in mind, do you expect this sell-off to be short-lived until we get to that event, or is this something more long-term?
I can't say exactly. This is a somewhat unprecedented because historically, the precedent would be for Bitcoin to kind of go sideways leading up to the halving, and then sometime about 2 or 3 months post-halving, we've seen historically the price begin to move up, and then 3 or 4 months after that, the price begins to go parabolic. So we're already kind of a broken precedent with such a strong move prior to the halving. So I can't say exactly But I would say on the generally speaking, I'm very bullish. Right now, there's 900 new Bitcoin introduced to the world every day, and post halving, that number will drop to 450. And 4 years after that, it will drop to 225. And very soon, there will be no more new Bitcoin mined. So unlike
You say pretty soon. That's in like 2030. I mean, what's it called? 2130 rather. That's not really soon. But it'll be fractions of a Bitcoin that'll be released, I guess, per block or whatever. Real quick in the chat, I just want to bring this up. Sasquatch Crap actually made a good point. He said, when I paid for my first KS0 from Ice River, the price to the door was like $2,000. It was reported to make over $100 a day. When I received it, it only made $40 a day. So you guys got to understand that, like, anything you see on this list, please don't just like yeet into buying shit, because unless you're legit like first person to get this thing, it's very unlikely you're going to make $105 a day, right, on this little box miner. I mean, and honestly, we don't know the price, so it just could make absolutely no sense for you guys to purchase that, and it could turn to shit real fast like the KA3, right? So just keep that in mind, and don't throw your money in the toilet.
What would historically have been considered kind of the most scarce assets, precious metals. When the price of precious metals goes up, there's a lot more capital that becomes deployed for mining and for discovering new supply. Bitcoin is the first thing that literally the first commodity in human history that the supply has no relationship to the demand when it comes to releasing new supply. So the inflation rate is trending towards literally zero and eventually towards probably negative. And the price of Bitcoin, it has no relationship to how much new Bitcoin is going to be introduced into the network.
So what are some of the other reasons crypto investors should be optimistic in this new quarter? On Friday, Coinbase released a report arguing that the second quarter is gearing up to be another strong one for crypto. How are you thinking about this new quarter?
Well, I'm very, very bullish. You kind of see in these markets a feedback cycle where a lot of people who have are kind of passively interested, passive investors, or even maybe have heard the word, they've heard crypto, they've heard of cryptocurrency, or they've heard of Bitcoin, but their understanding is very basic. The price begins to move, then that movement begins to accelerate, and you get this feedback loop that fuels the cycle. The highs, we reach new highs and plateau somewhere. That's usually orders of magnitude above the previous price, and I think we're in the beginning of that stage now. And like was mentioned earlier, the trend right now is kind of even more bullish as the action happened before the halving. Obviously, that doesn't mean that the pattern is going to hold as it has so far in the 15-year history of Bitcoin. But this is kind of the first time that we've seen Wall Street buying Bitcoin in this way. You have now these instruments in the U.S. capital markets. I think it's 9 new Bitcoin ETFs, and there's talk of new ETFs opening up in Hong Kong and other markets around the world, where that gives these passive investors a vehicle that makes it much easier for them to get exposure to Bitcoin. And the government seems to not be slowing down the printing, and so this is a relief valve for people. This is something to hedge against that is how it's seen.
And actually, Hashdex's spot Bitcoin ETF started trading in the US just last week. So now there are 11 different vehicles here in the United States. But Bernstein predicts that Bitcoin could reach $150,000 by 2025. Do you think that's realistic?
Of course. Are you crazy? Of course. That's like a completely bearish. Bitcoin has the potential to reach $1 million by 2025. I don't think it's going to happen that way, but the way that this works, we've had it's been in the doldrums for a number of years now, and
I'm gonna be honest. I think we're gonna come close to this 150,000 by the beginning of 2025. What do you guys think? Do you think we're gonna break 100K in the next couple months? I don't see why we wouldn't, to be honest.
So
This is my opinion.
a lot of people who were going to sell, they may already have sold. The supply of Bitcoin is actually very low, and a lot of people who are holding Bitcoin today, the number they're looking for, where they'd even be willing to sell, is likely much, much higher than today. And it's not just double. There's a lot of people around the world who are very bullish on this asset. They understand that this is this technology is a fundamental shift in money. There has never been anything like this before, and the world is still, relatively unaware of how it works. And this is something that gives 8 billion people property rights, perhaps for the first time. The way that the economy works today is that you basically are forced to be a gambler. You're to try to build up wealth, especially generational wealth, by just doing a 9-to-5 as the government prints. The money supply increases by 5, 10, 25% every year, every 2 years. It's a trap, and this is perhaps a valve or a door to leave that trap.
All right, in the chat, real quick, we have Overboard Tech said, I think 96K by September, and Leo Lustig said before summer is over, Bitcoin will break 100K. You know what? You're probably not wrong. All right, shout out to CNBC Crypto World for that, even though that was rough. All right, let's move on to the videos of the day. I want to see what Altcoin Daily has to say over here. Cryptocurrency crash caused this, or caused by this. I think he's going to talk about the Silkroad stuff, I had to guess. Let's see what it's all about.
The Bitcoin price is crashing. In the span of 2 days, we are down from 71 to as low as 64, almost a 10% dip. These are prices
That's normal.
not seen since 10 days ago, and then another 10 days before that. This is the reason that some sellers are selling. The US government just initiated a test transaction to send 30,000 Bitcoin to Coinbase.
Can I just say one thing on this test transaction thing? You guys, make sure you always do that. Even if it costs you an extra $2 to like burn the fee, just do it. Like, it's worth it to make sure your shit gets there safe. So send like a small amount and then send the rest.
Silkroad Bitcoin that they confiscated is on the move. So 30,000 Bitcoin today is worth almost $2 billion. And the US government owns this, at least confiscated this from way back in the day.
And isn't that messed up how it's like, oh, you stole this Bitcoin, so we're going to take it from you. You're out of jail in a year. We're going to keep this, though. Thanks. Like, it's so messed up.
Spent $69 so far in what appears to be a test transaction to Coinbase. Big leap to suggest that they're now going to send the remaining billions of dollars. What makes you sure? And the answer, first off, is nobody is 100% sure, although we do see the test transaction. And this type of test transaction has preceded most/all US Marshal transfers. It's really a question of when, not if. I mean, the U.S. Marshal is tasked with liquidating stolen assets.
Facts.
They don't have a broader mandate to secure/protect or otherwise manage these assets. They're treating Bitcoin like any other confiscated asset. But the fear of this sell-off is affecting the market much more than the actual potential of a sell-off. Altcoin Daily will always keep it real with you, so you have all the information and you can make the best decision for you. Because $2 billion in Bitcoin is like 1 week of ETF inflows. Nothing to see here. In fact, looking to see how much this would affect the price, potentially, we'll take $2 billion and divide it over Bitcoin's market cap.
You know what? That's a good point, Mr. Max Voltage in the chat. With this drop, here is our monthly red candle. This month is needed to get ready for the rocket ship to take off. And you know what? You're not wrong. You're not wrong. We haven't seen more, or we haven't seen, 8 green candles in a row ever. It's been 7 in a row back in 2012. And now, again, last month, we just closed our 7th green candle in a row, which is, it's crazy, right? To have that many months in a row green. We need to have one red month, right? And that's hopefully, I mean, I'd take it now. 65, like, hell yeah, why not? That's really not even that bad. Even if it goes down in the 50s, I mean, shit, just buy more. That's what I'm going to do. But yeah, we need a pullback.
It's not even 0.1% of Bitcoin's total value. So dips like this are healthy because it shakes out any of the weak hands. It builds a stronger price support, technical support at these levels. And days like today, just remember that crypto is still being adopted at twice the speed of the internet and should reach something like 1 billion users by the end of 2025. The mainstream media won't share charts like this. I will.
I think 80 to 90% of the folks who are buying this thing are buying it because it's a risk on, the train is leaving, or I think the train's leaving, and I want to get in on the action. And that there's another 10 or maybe 20%, maybe, who have this sort of inflation hedge idea.
And at the first sign of fear,
He's such a boob.
The mainstream media will tell you, hey, it was just based on speculation. There is no underlying value. Bitcoin is not an inflation hedge digital gold. Luckily, Bitcoin advocate Anthony Pompliano corrects.
What you're calling out is just a societal trend, right? We have become a society of gamblers. If you think about it, we have zero-day options. Now we're more than 50% of options trading. We have sports betting, right? We have meme coins trading like 1980s boiler room, penny stocks. This is all happening. And so
that's such a true comparison. Trading like 1980s boiler room penny stocks, like the movie Wolf of Wall Street. You know what I mean? These penny stocks are just absolute trash, and most of them didn't even exist. And it's like these meme coins are just absolute trash. They're not going to do anything. Most of them are going to disappear in the next run or after this run. And yeah.
Again, why is that occurring? The dollar has lost 25% of its purchasing power in 4 years. We have $1.1 trillion of credit card debt. We have 43 million Americans that have federal student debt. The average balance is $37,000. People have lost hope. They do not have hope. How are you supposed to live in a country where it is cheaper to rent than buy a home in 50 major metros?
You know what? I'm actually, I really am worried for my kids. Like, how are they going to afford a house in today's market? Like, there's just no way. Like, if I tried to buy a house now, like, hell no. There's no way. You're paying, like, literally where I live in Massachusetts, right? You're paying minimum, I would say, nothing under 450,000 for like a decent small house, like a small house. It's insane. Like literally any decent sized house with like 4 bedrooms, $1 million. Doesn't matter where you are. It's absurd.
You don't have hope. And so what do?
You think this is a lottery ticket? This is a gamble?
I think that if you go and you buy a lottery ticket, it's 300 million to 1 odds. I think there's people right now saying, you know what, a meme coin has better odds than a lottery ticket. I think there's a lot of people who say Bitcoin
pick your
is actually
asset.
the
If you want
safest thing.
to pick your asset for the greater fool theory.
And I love this support and good solid point from Joe Kernan.
Pick your asset for the greater fool theory. Is it NVIDIA? People, trains leaving the station, and I got to get on it.
I don't disagree.
Pick your meme stock, pick your, your commodity, cocoa, pick whatever you want. I mean, there's no doubt that when there's liquidity everywhere, that it's going to chase asset. I don't think that because that's one of the reasons it goes higher doesn't undercut the fundamental case for that asset.
The world's becoming cheaper, priced in Bitcoin versus the US dollar. Even in the U.S.
You don't have to go to emerging markets to find a reason why people want to buy this, right? If you look at the United States dollar, it's lost 25% of its purchasing power since 2020. Bitcoin is up 800% during that same time period. And so if we go back to 2020, if you remember, Paul Tudor Jones, Stanley Druckenmiller, many people came out and said, look, I think it's an inflation hedge. Now, hedges are always this weird thing where people expect you buy it and then inflation explodes the next day. But instead what we've seen is that Bitcoin is a free market asset that trades forward looking. And so Bitcoin's rise, it's up. We have 7 straight months of Bitcoin in the green up till this past month. And so why is it going up? Some of it is the ETFs. Well, inflation is coming down year over year, but inflation is actually going up.
And the institutions are certainly still buying. The Bitcoin ETFs traded 111 billion in March, which is just about triple of what they did in February and January.
That's crazy. $11 billion. I mean, $111 billion. Damn. Real quick, Sustainable Crypto just sold 1 apartment for $850K. Bought it for $385. Holy shit. That is insane. Good for you, bro. That's amazing. I'm happy for you. That's like literally over double. Good for you, man.
And while the orange represents grayscale, which is primarily sellers, the rest represents BlackRock, Fidelity, primarily buyers. And just those two alone, BlackRock and Fidelity, now own a combined 399,000 Bitcoin. And fundamentally, we're also seeing demand for altcoins.
Cardano has grown year after year. TVL is up over 300%. Transaction volume is at an all-time high. dApps are at an all-time high. Development's at an all-time high in every aspect. Participation of the governed is at an all-time high. Transaction volume, 90% filled blocks all the time. All-time highs. Wallet installations, all-time high. Across the board, all the statistics look really good year after year. So much so, people are begging for scalability. They wouldn't be if it was a ghost chain. Yet I'm given this narrative that we're falling behind. We're dying as an ecosystem. If you truly do believe that, what are you really saying? Are you scared that ADA is not going to get a 10x or 20x or 30x? Well, you might be right.
Guys, I'm not a Cardano maxi, but according to the community, there's just no other chain built the way Cardano is with the same philosophy and rigor.
Listen, I don't care about Cardano, to be honest. But strictly in the world of making money, I feel like it's foolish to not get some. I'm just being honest. I could care less about anything to do with it. I've never held it before. I have some now because I think it's an easy 6x in the bull run, but I mean, to each his own. I guess we'll see. Let me know if it works out for you later.
I would also say
if you
community. Few other altcoins have a community that's so passionate like Cardano. I might also say Hex.
That's kind of weird, to be honest. That's kind of weird.
I'd love it for multiple equivalent Cardanos to exist, but most don't appreciate security and rigor to the same degree. So I love this reminder from Charles.
I have no idea, and I've never once prognosticated from this microphone a target price for ADA.
He is always mad when he's streaming, though. He's always like just pissed off about something.
Because that's not the game we play as an ecosystem. What we play is we want to build something that's useful for every person alive, something that liberates people, something that enables people to do great things, their best work, something that can sustain billions of people and be the backbone of nation states. That's the goal. That's what we're about. Now, if you're on the other side of the aisle and all you care about is price appreciation, you have to honestly ask yourself, why are you here in Cardano land? Why not go to one of those chains that will lie to you and tell you pretty things? Oh, yeah, everything will be 50x. Everything will be 100x. We got it all figured out. We're going to pump here and pump there, and dumb retail money will come in and we'll dump on you. Go there. That's your culture. Those are your people. And gamble and roll the dice. But if you care,
he ain't wrong, though. He isn't wrong.
Care about value, if you care about real utility, you can never ignore the core integrity of the system.
2 airdrops that I wanted to be abreast with. So 2 airdrops. Update for Rainmaker. This is a project I'm invested in. Excited to announce we have chosen base for the upcoming launch of coin with 2 eyes, with over 100 million retail wallets, institutional relationships, and exponentially.
That dude's only 36. Nerbeast, he's only 36 years old. What? Looks like he's 40 something, like 45. Oh my God, I would have never guessed he was only 36. Holy shit.
Growing volumes, they have undeniable momentum. So coin on base. And just as a reminder on what Rainmaker is, train AI data, create AI art, earn rewards, DPIN validator powered by the Rainmaker network. So I like that they chose base. Obviously, that's a very popular L2. I like how they're in not only the DPIN, but the AI narrative as well.
He is only 36 years old. What? He was born in 1987. He is a year older than me. He looks way older than that. It's the beard, though, to be honest. If he shaved his beard, I think he'd look a lot younger. But holy shit, I didn't know he was only 36. God damn.
And $1,000 USD Quest, now live on Rainmaker. Feel free to join, download the app, and train your generator.
All right, he's just showing the shit out of this.
For easy.
All right, we're not listening to any of this shit. Oh, not listening to this. Shout out to Altcoin Daily for the beginning half of the video till the end. All right, I want to see what this is all about. I haven't had a chance to watch this. 7 AI coins that can make millionaires in 2024. I don't know if he's invested in any of these. I'm sure he's going to tell us. Lark's usually pretty straightforward, not like a beat around the bush type guy. He'll tell you if he's being paid by anybody, but I don't think he is. He's probably invested into some of these, though, so let's see.
Do you want to be part of the future and get rich while you're at it? Of course you do. That's why you're here. Well, AI coins and crypto have got you covered. By now, we know that AI will be a big part of our future. Massive. Whether we like it or not, it's coming. And the AI-related crypto sector is becoming a very promising and interesting and high growth potential narrative. Its $27 billion market cap at the time of recording is only around 1% of the total market cap of all cryptocurrencies combined, about half of what meme coins are worth, which is crazy. So it still has a lot of room to grow.
Like, you have to be a psychopath not to use dark mode on those sites.
As an asset in crypto, if you're looking for something that could grow exponentially, well, look no farther. Crypto AI could be that narrative for you. How big is it going to get? Well, Van Eck predicts that AI crypto could have up to $51 billion in revenue by 2030 in, of course, a bullish scenario.
Sounds about right.
What's that do to the total market cap? Way higher. For context, that's almost twice as big as the 2023 global recorded music revenues. AI is going to be massive. Now, we're going to cover some of the big and mid-cap AI projects, as well as some under-the-radar developments we'll be unveiling later in this video, so make sure to stick around. Basically, the longer in the video that you watch, the more alpha, the more early alpha you're going to get on under the radar or yet to be released gems. So watch the whole gosh darn video, guys. By the way, we have an introductory video on AI coins, including Render and BitTensor.
You know, Render's one of the ones I'm into. I actually got I put $500 into that on the dip the other day, and I have another order for $500 if it goes under like 9 something. I think it's like 850 something, I forget.
On the channel, I'll leave a link down below if you want to know more. We also did individual reviews of Render and BitTensor if you want to go watch about the big cap boys, so you can watch those explainer videos that we did if you want to get more information on the biggest market cap coins. But we want to find the next big thing in this video, not just talk about the current big thing, although that's fun too. Please note before we dive in further, no one has paid us to mention any of the coins here. The
told you to say it, so that's cool.
Information that you're receiving is provided to you for free for educational purposes. This is not
that's kind of why I like him, because he's not like, oh, we're partnered here, and partnered means they paid me to talk about this. Like, at least he tells you, like, hey, listen, I'm into this one. This is a paid review. This isn't. These are the coins I'm looking at. So
for you to go out and buy, sell, or hold any of the coins being discussed here. I, of course, own some of these coins, either via buying them on the public market, buying them via a pre-sale, or buying via an over-the-counter deal on the private
pre-sales
market.
I don't
Full
like.
portfolio disclosures you can see in the link in the description or in the pinned comment on X. Let's begin.
Just because pre-sales, I feel like all they do is pump a coin that probably doesn't really have the utility it should or whatever, and then, you know, it gives people a easy in to dump on you guys when it like hits an exchange or something.
Have you noticed that you're always short on time? Don't you wish you had an assistant to help you free up your workload? Wouldn't that be nice? Well, Fetch AI might be the AI crypto project you are looking for.
Let's do it. I'm going to put a poll in the chat. Are you guys into Fetch AI? I want to see.
It is an AI marketplace for smart helpers or AI agents to do tasks. For example, if you want an AI to help you find the best company to clean your carpets, well, the AI helper can help plan the date for you. Pick the company, all according, of course, to your budget, your schedule, et cetera, and send you the confirmation after everything is all done. Sounds pretty gosh darn cool.
You know, Fetch is one of those ones that I haven't really looked into it enough, but I always wanted to get the small bag. I just never have.
Fetch AI site has a pretty cool demo video for this one on how it works. So go check that out. This project is on the older side since it was actually launched back in 2019, way before AI hype ever took off, with the mainnet going live in 2020. The narrative is now here for a coin like this. It already has a pretty big market cap, though. It's $5 billion, so don't go expecting 100x returns on this bad boy anytime soon. But still, interesting project to keep on your radar. Now, cloud computing will be a big future for business. It's going to be absolutely essential, in fact. And the technology research firm Gartner predicts that cloud computing will be a business necessity by 2028. Its market size is predicted to grow to 1.44 trillion by 2029, according to Mordor Intelligence. Who the heck names their intelligence for Mordor Intelligence? Come on, you guys ever seen Lord of the Rings? What are you doing? Anyway, this is where projects like our next one, Golem Network, potentially really shine. So what does it do? Well, imagine this. Most computers out there have excess computing power. Well, Golem is a decentralized marketplace wherein the network.
All right, let me change the poll in the chat. Golem, is that what this one is? Golem. Real quick. Fetch AI. 21% of you guys own it. 79% of you don't. 47 votes. Appreciate it. All right, let's do the next one.
Actually harnesses this unused computing power. It's just sitting there idle and sells it.
Is it called Golem? Yeah.
To, well, basically whoever needs it, making it a cheaper alternative, of course, to those more traditional centralized cloud computing services. Golem's also going pretty big into AI specifically right now. So those who are selling their computing power get paid in the GLM token, by the way.
I've never heard of Golem, to be honest.
This one, at the time of recording, had around a $500 million market cap. So again, it's probably not going to give you that 100x since it just needs to double to reach $1 billion market cap. Still, though, it's an OG in the sort of deep in GPU AI sort of space, and it will probably grow in tandem with the cloud computing.
Hold on. Just looking at this chart real quick. 2017. This coin came out 2016, I guess. 2017, decent pump to almost $1. Or let's see, where'd it go to? $1.32. Man, these freaking CoinGecko charts are ass. So stupid. Anyways, 2021, less of a pump. I mean, I don't know. Maybe with the AI narrative, yeah, it looks like things are going up, higher lows here, right? But I don't know. I don't know until we break that all-time high of 2021. Who knows where that thing's gonna go? To be honest.
Sector. They're also just announcing recently a big
on it.
partnership with GamerHash, which will help bring in huge computing power. Now they just need to find the demand for that computing power. It's the next problem they have, but that's for another video perhaps. Now let's get into the next coin. But before we do, let me interrupt the flow real quick to tell you about the best damn newsletter. X. Okay, now we're all familiar with ChatGPT, right? Don't you wish there was an AI project that could help you with your crypto trades? Well,
97% of you guys, 96 say no, you don't have any Golem.
Well, you're in luck because there is one. Of course, there is one. PAL AI, PAAL AI.
Has anybody heard of this? Let's see. Poll in the chat. You have it.
ChatGPT of crypto is a customizable AI that is trained and optimized for blockchain-related tasks and businesses. For example, we can use
Wait, was it PAL? Just PAL space AI?
Siri or Alexa to answer a simple question and perform a simple task. However, PAL AI would be a better fit to answer crypto-related stuff and maybe even to manage your crypto portfolio. Users can also create AI bots that can provide analytics and insights and integrate them into platforms like Discord as well as Telegram and others. Now, as for the tokenomics, the project has a market cap, again, at time recording, around $400 million, and the maximum supply is 1 billion PAL tokens. So quite a few of them out there. Now, aside from expensive and powerful computing hardware, do you know what else is needed to train and deploy AI models? Well, if you answered data or data sets, bingo, because you're correct. You see all of these powerful GPUs and all of these processors are kind of useless without information to train on. So AI developers need to process gargantuan amounts of data sets in order to train their models. So it's easy for tech giants.
Oh, sorry, I didn't even realize we jumped into a new one. All right, let's see. Killing this poll. Sorry, my kid came down to bombard the stream. Do you own PAL AI? 46 votes. 89% of you say no. I never heard of it, to be honest. Let's see. What's this next one? Sorry, I'm going to start this over. Don't hate me.
You're correct. You see all of these powerful GPUs and all of these processors are kind of useless without information to train on. So AI developers need to process gargantuan amounts of data sets in order to train their models. So it's easy for tech giants like Amazon or Meta to get all that data because they have all your data, right? However, it's harder for smaller players, especially with smaller budgets, to get this data. This is where the AIT protocol comes in. It makes it easier for AI developers to train their models by providing a much more cost-effective way of processing and analyzing big data. So what is
Never heard of this one either.
Data? Well, there are data sets that are too big or too complex for traditional data management systems to be able to analyze or to process. Now, let's just say it takes a lot of money to make them usable, and AIT protocol makes it cheaper by eliminating these intermediaries and thus connecting users directly over to a large pool of experts willing to help. Those who help with analyzing.
Hold on, this one's a bit newer. Let's just see real quick. So it's 55 cents as of right now. Market cap, total supply, max supply, circulating supply is 83 million. All right, so it's 1 billion coins. Fully diluted, it's already half a $500,000. Max chart, again, it's 2023. This thing just came out, or at least it was just listed over here. So 9 cents to whatever. What did it peak out? Over $1, $1.20. 54% down as of right now. Huh. Who knows? Maybe this one.
And contributing computational resources are thus incentivized with AIT tokens. Now, what makes this project more attractive is, of course, its smaller market cap. It's still below a $60 million market cap at the time of recording. Again, also very strong connections to BitTensor being a subnet, which can drive a lot of interest and hype. Now, if the market cap goes to, $1 billion, then that would be some pretty big returns for this small cap. Another small cap AI project is EMC, or Edge Matrix Computing, built on the Arbitrum network. Their website calls EMC the leading multi-chain AI DPIN powering AI data apps with decentralized edge computing infrastructure, which means essentially that they use a decentralized network of devices to power AI applications.
God damn it. I'm sorry.
Don't worry.
I didn't know I was muted. My bad. I muted because of my kid. 46 votes. 95% of you said no. No AIT protocol. Let's see if anybody owns the EMC.
Simpler than it sounds. So imagine you're done using your computer for the day. Well, instead of it just sitting idle and being lazy all night, you can join the EMC network, lend out your processing power. In return, you earn EMC tokens. This concept might sound pretty familiar to something we've already discussed because it's pretty damn similar to what Render or Golem are doing. But here's the exciting part. EMC's market cap is currently below around $30 million. If it reaches 600 million, that's a potential 20x increase. Doesn't even have to hit the same level as Render. The Render network, of course, currently the biggest crypto AI project, has a $4 billion market cap, which will only go up over time as AI continues to trend. Its model thus provides a decentralized marketplace for graphic processing units, or GPUs, which is very important, of course, in powering AI models. And decentralized AI is super important. So these kind of networks are very important. In July 2020, it registered a low of 3.5 cents and is now trading above $10. I know it's a bummer to miss it, but what if I tell you that there's a very similar project that is still in its very early stages, yet to come to market? IONet is built on Solana and it's developed by Anthropic and AI.
All right, moving on to the next one. IONet, never heard of this. No, none of you own EMC. Interesting. All right, let's see what this next one is. Let's do it. What is it, Paul? IONet, IO.net.
A company founded by a former member of OpenAI. You paying attention yet? That's the creator of ChatGPT, by the way. It is going to go after Render's market share. Who knows?
Ooh, that one sounds intriguing. Let's look at this one.
Can they? Well, big ambitions anyway. However, the project's mission is to build the world's largest AI computer DPIN. So decentralized physical infrastructure network. So it is safe to say that we should not sleep on this one and what they are doing. Big backers, big idea, launching on Solana, by the way, so keep an eye on it. The next to watch is AI project.
Hold on. Hold on. That's launching on Solana. This one right here, Internet of GPUs. This might be one I want to get into. Because Solana, for one, is a very, very hot topic as of right now. My kid is gonna break shit in the background in a minute. Let's see. So, I don't know. They weren't listed on CoinGecko. Let's go to CoinMarketCap. Let's see. Oh God, psychopath. All right. What's it called? IONET. Oh, there it is. All right. So it's on CoinMarketCap. Oh, just news about. Self-reported circulation 50 million. Max supply. There is no information. This one's like really new. Where the hell do you buy it? Where do you buy it? This one might be a good deal, guys. How do I find the markets? There is like no information on this coin. Where is the markets? Does anybody know? Somebody help me in the chat. Let's see. Happy hump day, Mr. Midwest Mining. Appreciate you. I'm gonna dig into this one later today. People in my VIP, I will update you as soon as I figure it out, but there is no information on this.
Project Ayuki Labs. This is building the POS mesh, which is described by developers as the DPIN for AI perception. Some deep shit there. One of the utilities being explored is empowering users with digital information anchored in physical.
Hold on. 3% of you said you own that coin. Where did you buy it? IONET. At Binance? Damn it. I can't go to Binance. It's not okay in the US. Is there anything in the US that has it? I could check Trade Ogre, but I highly doubt it. Highly doubt it. Yeah, no, Trade Ogre doesn't have it. I just looked. Interesting.
Space. Now that sounds like a mouthful, maybe, a bit confusing, but think of it as giving AI's spatial awareness or the ability to look at the real world and interpret the data they're seeing in the real world. For example, imagine being a new staff member in a huge grocery store and you're tasked with replenishing a specific item. Well, the problem is you don't know which shelf to go to. Luckily,
this dude's in like a 10 by 10 square and needs a fucking app to find the goddamn item he's trying to put on a shelf. That is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life.
You have a smartphone that can give you directions. Pretty interesting idea, right?
Oh, get out.
The AI on your phone would use the camera on your phone to look at the location, put arrows on the floor to guide you exactly where to go to the exact shelf that you need.
All right, there are some things in life that you absolutely don't need, and this is one of them. This is the dumbest thing. Like, what?
Go to. Instead of spending time asking around, screwing around, all that kind of stuff, the AI could just guide you right away to where you need to go. Pretty cool idea. So when you hear stuff like as well, metaverse, you're probably thinking of gaming. One possible use of this technology is for something maybe like Pokemon. Imagine using your phone or an augmented reality gadget like an Apple Vision Pro and being able to see the characters that you want to collect superimposed in the real world. The possibilities here, of course, are endless, and the project is in its very early stages. Tokens not trading yet, much like with IONET, so better to keep an eye on this one. They will be launching in the market soon, so go follow along. AI is part of our future. It's expected to contribute more.
All right, AI is part of our future, but that last coin was complete ass. I don't believe that one. The IoT, whatever that one was, what was it called? IoT.net. That one's one I might look into, or I am going to look into after the stream. If anybody knows where to purchase it besides Binance, please let me know. That is pretty interesting. All right, recapping things because my kid is about to break shit. Bitcoin 65,839 over here. We got Ethereum at 3304. If anybody's just joining, appreciate you guys. Let's see, Solana $187, still looking really well. The main reason I want to look into that IoT.net coin is because if it's on Solana, that's a big deal. And yeah, I mean, just for that reason alone, it could pump. A lot of Solana coins are going off the rails lately. Anyways, Gaspa back down to 12.7. Look at that. Gaspa's dying over here. What's going on? Just kidding. I think Gaspa's going to do well. If you guys are interested in any hoodies, by the way, I got a link in the description below for different coins and different hoodies, whole bunch of different stuff. If you guys want anything specifically, please let me know. Caspa, I think, is gearing up for a decent pump. We're gonna have to see. Again, descending wedge, typically bullish pattern, right? We'll have to see what happens. I did get some yesterday at 12.2 or so. This kid screaming in the background. And then for anybody that is just joining, again, Alethioum has a box miner coming out from Gold Shell. I don't know if this is going to be worth the price. We're going to have to see, because as of right now, Alethioum box 360 gigahashes at $105 a day. Somebody made a good point in the chat. I forget who it was. Sasquatch Crap, maybe, is that his name? Said when he got his KS0, the original KS0 was projected to make over $100 a day or whatever it was. And by the time he got it, it made 40. So that is less than half of what it was projected at first. So just keep that in mind. This is a very small unit. Depending on the price of Alethioum, Alethioum's price, check it out today, actually. Is it up on the day? It is 18.22% up because people are smart and they bought in with the announcement of this, because if this is anything along the lines of what we've seen with Caspa, you guys can just see Caspa miners top of the charts for months at this point. Alethioum squeezed its ass up here. So if it's anything like a Caspa frenzy was, the Alethioum frenzy is just going to be as good. And take that as you will, not financial advice. Let's see. Dan R is hitting on the ladies. There you go, Dan. There you go. Let's see. Any questions in the chat? Anything I may have missed? Miss Randy Hipper, good to see you. We're going to go raid you in a second. Panera Cards, thanks for the stream. Hope everyone has a wonderful day. May all your bags be filled with riches.
Perfect.
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. All right, guys. Thank you for the 100 likes. You're all fantastic. Appreciate you all. We're going to be getting out of here. Let's go raid Miss Randy Hipper. I'm going to redirect you guys. As of right now, she will be live in about 15 minutes or so. Please go over there. At least smash the like button for her if you cannot stay. But until next time, I appreciate you all. Hopefully you guys have a safe and happy Wednesday. I'll catch you guys bright and early tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And until then, peace out. Have a good day. Piranha Cards, I'm sorry. I don't know why I kept saying Panera. My bad. Have a good day, guys.
Eat shit, Gary.